Hi guys, welcome back. So the Irish team to face France. It's a scary prospect. France are crazy dangerous and they will be favourites, I think. It's at home for Ireland, but without fans that's a bit less of an advantage. But also some news coming out that Ryan and Sexton didn't recover from their head knocks in time to be selected, and Murray pulled a hamstring. So that is three huge blows for the Irish team. I mean, that's three of the most influential players on the team. Let me know what you think as an Irish fan. I think that my heart sunk a little bit when I saw that. I mean, they've got the ability to beat France, but with those three gone, it certainly just dents their hopes a little bit, I think. But anyway, they've got to get over that. It does mean we have a halfback pairing of Gibson, Park and Burns. And I think a lot of Irish fans won't be particularly excited by that. But on the flip side, what a chance for these two to actually show, yes, they are good enough. I'm not sure if they are, but I think against France, starting, we're going to know. By the end of it, we're going to have a decent idea whether they're good enough or not. I mean, the Irish pack is still as hard as nails. I mean, let's have a little look through it. Front row the same. I think they must have been tempted to start Furlong, but Porter's been so good. Furlong maybe isn't quite fit anyway, but the extra bulk of Furlong against the powerful French, maybe they would have gone for, but they haven't. I think that's the right call. It's certainly the way I'd picked it. With Ryan being out, Tadhg Beirne stays in the second row, and no surprise seeing Ian Henderson starting. And interestingly, taking over the captaincy. So a big task for him, but he's an experienced player, very clever player as well. The back row is a hard-working, hard-as-nails back row with Rhys Ruddock being in great form, really deserves his place. I mean, age-wise, he's not the future, but his performances deserve it. He's very strong. He's that stereotypical big, rugged six. Josh van der Fleer, who's a real workhorse and tackler, and CJ Stander with his big carries. I mean, it's not the flashiest back row, but it could certainly do a job. Tadhg Beirne, you would hope, would add a little bit of flair to that pack, but we'll see. We'll see if they can do the damage they did to Wales, where they did slowly roll up the pitch in a classic Irish fashion. Can they do that to France? Yeah, well, I don't know, but we'll see. Then it's the half-backs. Like we said, what a chance for them. Will they, at the end of this, will we be thinking, no, they're not good enough and the youngsters should come in? Maybe you should get Harry Byrne in. I mean, on the bench, you do have Casey, which is great. So we'll see a direct contrast between those two, Gibson Park and Casey. But yeah, it doesn't fill me with confidence, but you never know. The saving grace, I guess, the ace in the pack is the centres. Henshaw and Ringrose, genuinely excited to see them go together again. I think they've got X factor, and if they have another couple of good games, they could be playing themselves into the actual Lions pairing for the number one choice for the Lions centres. Back three is good, obviously, but is it as good as France? I think France have got Penaud back in. Probably not. Could be a relative area of weakness. I mean, James Lowe's got some great strengths to his game. His pass is beautiful, his kick is lovely, he's very strong, he doesn't go backwards. He's not particularly quick and he is prone to a poor defensive error. So we'll see if he gets exposed or not. He could end up looking very good if those failings aren't exposed, I guess. I was hoping I was expecting Lama maybe to get a start at 14, but I mean, they've gone for the experience of Earls. So, maybe quite an important game for him. I just feel that maybe they need a Stockdale on the wing to add some real pace and power to balance it out. I mean, Keenan's been playing well at fullback, but we'll see how they match up against the French. But it's a massive game for Ireland. They could well grind this out. They could win it. But you've got to be favouring the French for their scoring power, if you like, and their danger. On the bench, very similar, although Kilcoyne is out at the loosehead backup. Let me know if that's an injury. I couldn't find out. I'm a bit surprised if they just dropped him for Byrne, but anyway, Ed Byrne. Delan comes in covering on the bench, which makes sense. Connor stays on the bench. We see the call up for Casey, so that's great. We get to see him live. That is a positive. Ross Byrne on the bench covering fly half won't maybe inspire many of you out there, but he's a very reliable kicker, and if Burns isn't going so well on the kicking front, then I guess he comes on and hopefully improves that. And then Lama on the bench for the outside backs. So anyway guys, let me know what you think of that lineup. Is it good enough to beat France? And what do you think of the selections? Would you have changed anything? And I will see you guys next time.